Hey team, hope you're well. Hope you've all got off to a dream start today. So I'm just going to do this video just to introduce your nutrition spreadsheets. When you fill out your nutrition form, I get that back. I'll be sending you all through one of these individually. So this video is just to explain it a tad because I've had some questions about it already. Also remember, the nutrition seminar will explain a lot more, and you'll be a lot sort of clearer after that on Saturday. But this gives us a starting point to work with, something to focus on this week, and I'll just explain a few points. So you'll just have an intro tab, which would explain sort of things, how we're going to approach it. And for example, the main two things we're really going to get you to focus on, and this will help with you just having clear goals instead of overcomplicating everything and trying to get everything perfect straight off, is we're really going to get you to focus on falling within some calorie ranges that have been worked out based on you, and again falling within some protein ranges that have been worked based on you. As long as you're within these ranges, both of these, that's the main things to focus on for now. And then wherever the carbs and fats fall, that will depend on your food preferences. Like I did a post earlier on that. But as long as you're within your calorie ranges, you're all good. So for example, one day if you're high on carbs for whatever reason, but you're still within your calories and you've eaten enough protein, you're all good. If for one day you've eaten higher on fat, but you're still within those calorie ranges, protein targets, you're all good. And that's what we're going to focus on. So when you go to your nutrition plan tab, you'll have your calorie ranges based on you. Now we recommend even if you're not going to sort of track after this or whatever, is try and tracking these. So setting up MyFitnessPal, and if anyone's got any questions on MyFitnessPal, I can do another video on that for you all to help you sort of track things. Just tracking things makes you accountable. You know what you're doing. You've got these ranges to fall within, and then you can just sort of plug these ranges in as close as possible. So for example, you could go on MyFitnessPal, and this one is 1613 to 1721. So for example, you could just put in MyFitnessPal like 1650 calories, and you again, that's just a starting point. You can always refer back to this as well. Protein is another important thing, and I'll be explaining more why the nutrition seminar, but we'll be trying to get you to sort of consciously think about your protein intakes throughout the day, hitting these ranges. It may take like a week to get to them, but we'll keep working on them to get to them. Okay, these ranges just allow it to be more flexible. They're more easier to stick to. They're not ridiculously hard, and it will get us off to a good start. Then you've got a shopping list, which breaks down foods, which is really good to find foods that are higher in protein, maybe low in calories per serving. So go through this. I have had one question about sort of protein sources for vegetarians, because again, a lot of the protein on this section is based sort of on meat. There's some fish in there, so if you can eat fish, obviously fish is a great choice if you eat fish. Also maybe look at some like carbohydrates that are high in protein. You'll see the lentils, so if you can make some dishes with lentils, if you're a vegetarian, they're always high in protein. And if you can sort of tolerate dairy, then obviously stuff like cottage cheese, eggs, low fat Greek yogurt, full fat Greek yogurt, all of those are going to be high in protein down the dairy column. Again, if you're all good with dairy, if you're a vegetarian and you eat fish, then obviously look at the fish, the white fish, salmon fillets, stuff like that. They're all great choices. But again, this is just a handy tool to go through and have a look at what foods contain what. It just gives you an idea of what's in what calories are in what foods, what proteins are in what foods. So it's really good on that point. So go through that, and then like I said, any more questions, post in the private Facebook group, message me and I'll get back to you. Any questions whatsoever. For this week, I would just start on setting up MyFitnessPal, getting used to it, start tracking your food intake and seeing where you can sort of add more protein and start sort of concentrating on sort of falling within those calorie ranges. Okay, so any more questions, please let me know and I will get back to you. So have a great week, team, and I'll speak to you very soon.